Hey, it's Scotty. Can guinea pigs eat parsley? Yeah, I think so. It's always been on every safe guinea pig food list that I've ever seen, but there might be an exception. Now, I did some research, and parsley is a diuretic and it is a dark leafy green, so it might have a lot of calcium, and it may be one of those foods that you give in moderation, like maybe once a week and not too much. But generally, if you search, parsley is considered safe. But, so this is where it gets interesting. Valerie messaged me today asking if I ever heard anything about pregnant guinea pigs having parsley, or if that was a problem. And I said no. And then she said that Meg, who runs the Guinea Pig Garden, which is a great local rescue here in LA, she said that pregnant guinea pigs couldn't have it for a number of reasons. And I was surprised by this, and so I looked into it. Before I get into those results, though, I want to let everybody know, hey, remember this t-shirt? And it feels so good. This heather material is very comfortable. Well, it's almost Halloween. Not almost, but do you have your costume in mind yet? Do you celebrate Halloween? We sure do. In West Hollywood, there is a world famous parade for Halloween. If you haven't seen it, check out West Hollywood Parade here on YouTube, and you probably will see some amazing videos and world-class costumes. Of course, being Hollywood, some of the costumes and some of the creative people that you see are just out of this world, and it's just a really fun time. They close down the street for about a mile or so, and it's just wide open. Anyways, I just want to remind you that this shirt is still in my Etsy shop, and if you want a shirt before Halloween, or if you want it to celebrate spooky season, they are available now. Get yours now and celebrate guinea pigs and Halloween. Oh, by the way, all the proceeds go to help my rescue efforts, and everything in my Etsy shop is for that purpose. So thank you in advance for supporting my rescue efforts through my Etsy shop. So back to this video. If you do a Google search, and let me know in the comments if this is still true for you. If you do a Google search, can pregnant guinea pigs eat parsley? You'll get this whole thing. Now, recently, Google and a lot of places, they're doing all of this AI integration. We will have to wait and see how humanity fares with the integration of AI. But if the Terminator is any, or any Hollywood movie really for that matter, is any indication, it's probably not going to go that well. But right now, there's an AI overview, and I printed this thing out so I can just read it word for word, because it's very strange and I didn't know any of this, but some of the properties of parsley might make sense. So here we go. AI overview. Can pregnant guinea pigs eat parsley? No. Pregnant guinea pigs should not eat parsley because it can cause abortion in pregnant females and can cut off the milk supply in lactating ones, which this is something that I had not heard of. Parsley also has a high diuretic effect, which can lead to dehydration and can be toxic in large quantities, making it a food to avoid entirely for pregnant or lactating pigs. So that means guinea pigs that are pregnant or have given birth and are nursing their babies. They're saying that parsley can cause dehydration, and it can cut off the milk supply, which is something I've never heard of. Have you heard of this? So it goes on. Why parsley is harmful during pregnancy? Abortifacient properties. Parsley contains properties that can induce abortion in pregnant guinea pigs. Now, if I'll continue to read this, but if you go to the bottom, there's only one source that it lists, and it is this cunipic.com, cunipic.com, and it leads you to an article about that. And I believe Cunipic is some kind of a pet food company. So then it goes on to say, reduces milk supply. For lactating guinea pigs, parsley can reduce their milk production, which is detrimental to the health of the pups. I've always found it funny that guinea pig babies, some of them call them pups. I mean, I don't know what you would call them. Piglings? Piglets? Maybe. Diuretic and dehydration risk. Parsley is a diuretic, meaning it increases urine production. In a pregnant or lactating guinea pig, this can lead to dehydration. And then finally it says potential toxicity. While not usually an issue for healthy guinea pigs in moderation, the risks associated with parsley are too high for pregnant or nursing mothers. Now, it doesn't give any more specifics, and in the link, it didn't seem to mention which compounds or why, although when I just looked in general and searched parsley as a diuretic or parsley nutrition facts, it did mention certain compounds which cause these effects. But let me know in the comments. We're going to have to figure this out together. There always is so much misinformation. That's one of the reasons why I started my channel, is to be a compendium and a trusted source, and I hope that I have been that. I have a free guinea pig care guide on my website, and in the diet section, we have a food list that is the food list that was created at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, and parsley is on that list as a safe food. Now, maybe I'm going to need to add a caveat, but let's talk about it. Let's find out, have you heard anything like this? Or, has this actually negatively impacted? Have you had pregnant guinea pigs? We have pregnant guinea pigs at the rescue, and we feed parsley, among other things, cilantro, things like that, leafy greens, to all the guinea pigs. And I'm not sure that we've noticed any negative things. Of course, the amount of parsley each pregnant guinea pig would be getting on a given day is probably a small handful, and the way that we feed, they're getting a variety of veggies and probably are not getting parsley on consecutive days. So I'm not sure that would be an issue. But let me know in the comments, have you heard of this? If you do a Google search, are you getting the same results that I am? And if you are familiar with nutrition, or if now, I don't want to target breeders, but if there's any guinea pig breeders out there that happen to live in a magical land where there aren't homeless guinea pigs, and you make sure that you are vetting all of your potential adopters, and making sure that they give proper care and all that. And like I said, you live in this magical fairyland where there aren't homeless animals. I don't know anybody who's breeding any animals that happen to be privileged enough to live in a magical land where there aren't animals of that same species being euthanized in shelters simply from a lack of space. But if you are one of them and you live in this magical land where animals are all safe and all loved and never abandoned, and you have information about why parsley may be dangerous to pregnant and nursing guinea pigs, let me know in the comments. And also let me know in the comments how it is that you've managed to create this utopia where there are not homeless animals, where there are not abandoned animals, where there aren't people impulse buying guinea pigs and other animals from pet stores, realizing they're not from them, and then just dumping them on the street, in parks, on golf courses, leaving them at the trash bins, you name it. That's what we're seeing here where I live. But I'd love to hear from you down in the comments, and if you haven't read through my free guinea pig care guide, please check it out. If there's anything that you'd like to see changed, or if there you have any feedback for me, you can do that down there. My free guinea pig care guide and my website, it goes, there's a contact page that you can reach. It goes right to my email. So I'd love to hear from you, and let's continue this conversation in the comments. All right, until next time, thanks for watching.